to another episode of Asexualized, my asexual life. This is supposed to be for education about asexuality, all things asexual, and I share my own asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. If you subscribe, please hit the great big subscribe button below right here, right now. Please hit that bell icon so you get notified of every time I go live like now or post a new video. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as we're going along if you're enjoying the content, if you're finding it useful, helpful, insightful in any way, shape or form. And if you don't know who I am, Sandra Bowie, author of this beautiful book, Asexual Perspectives, 47 Asexual Stories, Love, Life and Sex, A Celebration of Asexual Diversity. I'm also the founder of asexualise.com and the founder of Asexualise Academy. Welcome to tonight's episode. So, hi Heather! You watched my flasher video, did you? You've got to see the Christmas flasher video. It's a quick video that I uploaded about 50 minutes before this live stream started, or well, maybe nearly an hour ago actually. But yeah, go and watch the Christmas flasher video after you've seen this video live stream, because the Christmas flasher is a very asexual humor. It's very, very funny. So it was really hilarious. And yes, asexual Christmas meetup. What happened? So today I have got my everything's coming up ASOS top. Now this, I have to say, I wore to my meetup today, and this is actually one of my own designs. So if you haven't already got your own asexual merchandise, go and check out my shop on Redbubble. The link is down below. You can get, well, basically I've done 60 different designs of asexual merchandise, and it's on about 28 or more products for each design. So, you know, this is really, really warm, and this is one of my very own designed hoodies. And I wore this to meet up today, so it's so cool. So go and check it out after this video. Get some asexual merch for Christmas, isn't it? You know, nice new clothes. And obviously this is very subtle because ace is short for asexuality, you know, which is a lack of sexual attraction. So that's what ace means, you know. So it's very, you know, it doesn't matter what gender you are. It's not gender specific. So it's a really good warm top to have. Nice colour as well. You can get in lots of different colours. Anyway, yeah, so I wore this to asexual meetup because a lot of people, when they go to asexual meetups, they do in fact wear asexual merchandise, but not all of them. Especially if it's something more subtle like this one. Everything's coming up aces with some playing cards on there, you know. So the Christmas meetup was absolutely awesome today. There was 5 of us that attended. There was my best asexual friend who was there, and my other best asexual friend as well. So, do you know what I mean? I had like my best asexual friend there and my best asexual friend. And I was just like 2 best friends together. It was amazing, you know, it was absolutely incredible. And it's just wonderful. And then there was other people that came along, a couple of other people. One travelled all the way from London, even though they weren't very well. So that was awesome. I felt a bit sorry for them because they bought some Christmas cards and chocolates for us and a candle for me for Christmas, and they left it on the train by mistake because they usually carry a bag with them, but they didn't carry a bag and they carried a carrier bag and they left it on the train. So that was a bit sad for them. So yeah, so they lost that, so they can give it to us, and I felt a bit sorry for them. But yeah, it was lovely. Ralph was there. Oh, I don't usually mention Ralph, but anyway, Ralph was there, so it was nice to see Ralph. Big shout out to Ralph. And yeah, so it was really, really good. I mean, Ralph's openly asexual anyway, and usually I don't mention names, but as they're my friend, I don't think they'd mind anyway. But yeah, they're the one that has a younger fiance that's asexual as well, and they were telling me and the ACE team that attended today. I actually asked them, by the way, if they minded me sharing stuff on my channel. I said no, but obviously I'll just use their, you know, mention their first name. I won't mention their full name. But yeah, so they were basically, Ralph was sharing their story about their asexual fiance and about them being a couple. Obviously I'm not going to go into all the details because I think some stuff's private, but I just wanted to share that, you know, it gave us all hope, you know, of getting an asexual relationship, because he was saying how much in love they were, how their relationship was, and how it's so beautiful, you know, the love they've got. Because I think asexual love is the purest form of love. And so does he, you know, and I can just tell that him and his partner are so in love, and they're texting all the time, you know. And it was just so wonderful when he was explaining to us, you know, how they met, and you know how they are as a couple together, and their future plans, you know, in general, not personal stuff. So, you know, it's just really beautiful. So at a meetup today, we were listening intently to that. So that was really, really amazing. I think it's always great when you meet up with other asexuals and they actually are living their asexual dream. You know, they're living the relationship of their dreams, and it's genuine and it's real and it's long lasting. You know, that relationship, you know, he's got with his fiance is going to last a lifetime, you know, an absolute lifetime. Because they're just so in love and they're so happy. You know, whenever I see pictures of them together, you know, when you can tell someone if they're faking it and they're not really in love with each other, or one person cares about the other more than the other, it's not like that with them. Whenever I see them pictures together, they genuinely look so happy together. Their faces are so animated together. They you can tell they're truly in love with each other. You know what I mean? So I know it's going to work between them because they're both dedicated to relationship. They're both so in love with each other. They're both very, very good for each other, you know. His fiance, she's come out of her shell a lot more, is a lot more confident. And, you know, he's met the love of his life, and they both, and so she, and it's just so incredible together, you know. I'm just so pleased that they found each other. He said he's very, very lucky to have found the right one for him. And it is amazing, you know, it is absolutely incredible, the relationship, because there is a significant age gap in terms of birth certificate age, but not in terms of maturity and their love for each other. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's 58 and she's 23, but it works really well because she's very mature for her age, an adult, although she's got an inner child like we all have that she embraces, but she's very mature and intelligent, you know. And he's like young but very got his head screwed on as well, and very knows what he wants in his life, and they're just such a great combination together, absolutely beautiful combination together. And you know, I'm just so pleased for them. I really am pleased for them, and it gave us so much hope, you know. My friend Andy that was there said, you know, it gives us so much hope because there's so many asexuals that say you can't find love. Asexual, you know, asexual love basically doesn't exist, or you know, you can never find someone to be in a relationship with. Asexual dating never works. It's not true. It doesn't exist. It's not real. And they just like, you know, they just like very like pessimistic about the whole thing, and they don't believe in it. But like Ralph said, you have to put yourself out there. You have to be willing to travel or move or do both. You have to be willing to put in a lot of time, energy, and effort because we are less percentage of the population. You're not likely to find someone living around the corner from you. So him and his partner, they see each other twice a month at the moment, and then constantly text each other all the time throughout the day when they're not with each other from morning till night, you know, and it works really, really well with them, you know, and eventually they'll move in together. You know, and get married. So, and then he was telling us about their plans for getting married, and it was just wonderful. And I just want to share that with you because it gives so much hope to all asexuals. You know, like asexuality is a recorded 1% of the population, but like Ralph says, and I do agree with this, it's probably a lot more. But a lot more people are like just quiet about it, hiding about it, don't even know they're asexual, don't even know the word, or and it's a lack of sexual attraction, that it's okay if you don't want sex. You know, people are still in the dark about it. People don't even realize, you know, I'm sure probably the guy who's right for me, that Indian guy that's right for me asexual, probably doesn't even know he's asexual yet. Probably hasn't even come across the term yet. You know what I mean? That's probably why he hasn't found me yet. But he will. And, you know, I just think it's so wonderful, you know, and it's living proof. You know, my friend John, he married his asexual partner this year on the 31st of August. You know, they're married now. And he spent about 3 months going tirelessly every single weekend to different meets all around the UK, traveling until he got the woman of his dreams. And they are happily married and ever after now. They will be together to death do them part. I know that John's a very old-fashioned young guy in that way, and I know she's very committed to him, and she's just totally into him as much as he is into her. You know, and they will always be together too. These are love relationships that will last a lifetime because I know how they are with each other. So asexual love does exist. It is real, but you have to be prepared to travel or move or get someone who's prepared to travel or move to you. You know, I come across asexual groups saying, oh, I can't find anyone in my area. There's no one to have a relationship with. I want to find someone who can love me without sex. Right? Most sexuals cannot do that. There's a very small minority that can, but the majority of sexuals cannot do that. So if you don't want sex, you have to be prepared to travel and do whatever it takes to get the relationship of your dreams. This means getting off your butt, getting on the train, and shifting your mindset to, I will find that person and I will do whatever it takes. I'll travel here, there, and everywhere. And yes, transport is an issue and stuff sometimes, and traveling is. So if you can't go to someone else, get them to come to you. You know, are they willing to travel to you? Are they willing to meet you halfway? So to spread the cost more, split it between you more. Do you know what I mean? Like, what can you do? It's really important. You know, I wouldn't recommend going to get someone in another country. Ideally, you want them in the same country as you, right? Unless they can definitely come over here, you know, to your country without marriage. A lot of people just want marriage for a visa. So, you know, don't do that. Don't just get married to someone you don't know to get them into the country, because usually they want to get into the country for 5 years and then ditch you. I know this because my cousin's worked in a hotel manager before. Nearly the majority of foreign guys there married a British woman to then you know, get divorced 5 years later because they can claim citizenship by being in the country 5 years and on their own right. So not every foreign guy's like this, but I'm just warning you about it. You know, don't get married to someone who you don't know, you know, off the internet. You know, I won't marry anyone, and I certainly wouldn't marry someone unless it was for love. Do you know what I mean? But I don't want marriage. But if I did, it would have to be someone who got their own citizenship in the UK. They got their own rights to stay here. That's the only way I know that they were staying truly because of me, not because of some visa, which sadly, you know, I'm in sexual dating groups lately to give them a shot, you know, give them a try. The majority of guys in there are after visas, even the other women say it, you know. So it's important to stay safe and to keep your wits about, you know, and don't settle. You know, if you can't find an asexual in your city or town or wherever it is, you have to travel. Get someone to travel you. It's as simple as that, unless you just want to keep saying to yourself over and over again the same thing, I can't find someone in my area. If you can't find someone in your area, you can't find someone in your area. Try something different. Try something different. Get out of your comfort zone. Move. Save up to go to another meetup somewhere else. Save up, you know? Save a bit of money aside each week to at least go to one so you get an idea of a, you know, that there are other people out there. There are real asexuals that really exist in real life, and you can spend time with them, you know? It's just wonderful as well to spend time with asexual friends, to be honest. There's no better feeling. You know, we all get on really well, and today was very relaxed, laid back. It was full of fun, nattering, you know, talking, food. Three of us really love our food, so that was quite funny. Kept eating food. Some of the desserts there were lush. I couldn't have them. I just had to watch and sniff the others have them because I can't eat sugar and stuff. But I had the most amazing time. And my best asexual friend coming all that way. They came on a train from London and they had to get a train back to their place as well. And from their place and taxi, it's a lot of money. But then this other guy from London came down and spent a lot of money, you know, all the way to my meet and had a nice time. So I just really like it. You know, my meets are smaller than some others, but I think sometimes that's better. It's more intimate in a non-sexual manner, you know, more intimate in a friendship way, you know, like you can have better conversations really, and you can, you know, you can still like chat in your own kind of little groups, like 2 or 3 people in a group, you know what I mean? But we all come together and chat around the table, and I just think it's really good, and I just had so much fun, and I know they did and really enjoyed it, and it's just really good, you know, like eating, drinking, being happy, having fun with like-minded people. There is nothing that beats having like-minded people around you, you know, because when you have like-minded people, you feel supported, you feel happy and content, you feel relaxed, that you can just be yourself, that people understand you. You haven't got to worry about someone pouncing on you or wanting to have sex with you. And it actually helps the fact that most of my friends, guy friends, non-binary friends, they prefer guys. So do you know what I mean? There's no chance they're gonna fancy me. So it's really helpful for me because I know where I stand, and like my friend Andy's never been in my flat before, but I invite them in tonight so they can have an actual Christmas decoration tour that they wanted, and they're going to be getting the Asexual Meetup Mastery course. So I wanted to show them behind the scenes of that because it's phenomenal amount of work I put into it. It's very difficult to describe it without actually seeing behind the scenes of it fully. So they got to see that, and we had a bit of chat, and they mostly saw around my rooms and stuff. They never been in my flat before. Like I said, I didn't used to open my flat up to anyone, but Andy and Sam were my most trusted friends ever in terms of asexuals, and they're my most. I mean, I've only got one other friend that I do trust a lot, which is my best female friend, but she hasn't even been in my flat, and I've known her for 7 years. But Sam and Annie are most amazing people, you know. I do care about them a lot as a friend, love them as my friends dearly. So it's just wonderful, to have them. And Sam, despite not celebrating Christmas, got me and Andy a lovely Christmas card. To special friends of mine and to wonderful friends of Andy's, are beautiful words in it. I thought I was so sweet, and I gave them a New Year gift as well because I said, I know you don't celebrate Christmas. I haven't wrapped it in paper. But you've got a New Year gift for me. I was going to give it on the 4th when I saw them, but instead they can open it on New Year's Day. So, yeah, I'm really just happy. I'd always encourage you to go to an asexual meetup. It's nice to hang some Christmas cards out as well, and just get in the festive cheer spirit. Andy gave me present of Christmas again, and yeah, it was just really wonderful, and I wore my 2 flashing badges, which I've took off now, but watch the Christmas flasher video. It's really funny. But yeah, I had the most amazing time. So I always recommend, the benefits of an asexual meetup is that you get to meet like-minded people. Excuse me. Who really understand and support you. You can just be yourself around them. You can eat. You can just be happy. I like the fact I'm around people who enjoy their food. You don't have to worry about what you look like in terms of you can't eat. Some sexuals, because they like sex so much, they get a bit funny about what you eat, can do, because you're not eating something else, are you? But when you're around asexuals, then it's all about they're more foodies. Not all of them, but my 2 best friends are. So it's just nice to enjoy food, and I just love food, and I like Sam's attitude that food's meant to be enjoyed, not just to be ate for the sake of eating, but enjoyed. It's really important. But yeah, I had the most amazing, wonderful time, and I would highly recommend going to Meetup. And if you can't find any asexuals relationship in your city or town or wherever you live, you need to move your butt and go and travel to another meetup or get someone to come to you. That's it. Don't sit there complaining that you can't find someone for a relationship in your area. Maybe that's true, and I do sympathise with you. But there comes a point when, if you're saying that over and over again for months on end, you need to do something about it. No one's going to move for you. No one's going to conjure up a person for you. You have to go out there and find the person or get them to come to you, That's what you have to do. If you're not prepared to do that, well, your life is going to stay the same, isn't it? You keep doing the same thing over and over again. You keep getting the same result, just like a hamster wheel, round and round and round and round, the same problem. And it drives you crazy, I tell you. I've got asexuals in my city, but they're not suitable for a relationship. They're just not. I mean, one's a different gender, female. I'm not attracted to females. And the 2 guys, one is the one that I told you about, is in a relationship. I've got a fiance, but they're older guy into younger girls. I'm a younger girl into younger guys. I'm in birth certificate age, I'm older, but in mindset I'm 21. And then there's another guy, but we got nothing much in common, And so yeah, and then there's another guy that lives not far from my city. But he's into guys. So do you know what I mean? It's just, but it doesn't matter, because I will find the right guy eventually. I'll stay single forever. I like my single life. I feel really happy that I've got all these good asexual friends. Oh, hello, Sam. It's amazing to see you. Thank you so much. It's wonderful to see you. So I was just saying, I've got these amazing friends, and I feel a lot more content in myself, you know, because obviously, if I do end up staying single forever, then at least I know I've got good, reliable, asexual friends that I can spend some time with. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to be on my own in the future, like literally all on my own, alone, because I've got really good asexual friends, quality ones that I can spend some time with, and that's really reassuring for my future, you know, because I know that I might be single forever. It's a high possibility because it's very difficult for me to find someone, but I won't give up. But I won't obviously settle for second best, which you shouldn't do. But having those asexual friends really is amazing because it's like you've always got that safety net of support around you, that you know, like, you know that if you're single forever it's going to be okay because you've got people who care about you and love you in a friend way, and you know they're always going to be there for you. Even if they got partners, I still think they'd be there for me. Do you know what I mean? Obviously they'll be spending more time with them, so they will dedicate a good proportion of their time to be with them. I do understand that, but I still know they'll make time for me as well. I trust them on that, you know. And they still need their Sandra time. And so I think it's, and I'll still need time with them. So I just think it's really important that, you know, always, thank you, Sam. So I just think it's really important that you do get really good asexual friends because it makes a huge difference to your life. It helps you feel a bit more, make time, I mean, thank you. Yeah, that's what I thought you meant. You'll always make time to see me. Yeah. Um, so you know what I mean? It's just like nice to have that. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm an only child. I don't have any brothers or sisters. Do you know what I mean? So for me, life is a bit more, my future is a bit more like, can feel a bit more like uncertain. Oh, thanks for the thumbs up. Appreciate that. It can feel a bit more uncertain, you know? Because I come from, like, really, it's just me and my parents and Angel. I don't live with my parents and Angel. Angel's my guinea pig. Who lives with my parents because she's diabetic. I can't inject her, and they can because my mum is diabetic too. So, you know, but you know, I worry about my future a bit because it's like, well, what happens if anything happens? Do you know what I mean? And the situation changes, and I'm on my own, you know. So not that I can't cope on my own. I've lived here for 15 years on my own. Do you know what I mean? I can be on my own and live on my own and spend time on my own, quite capable. But it's nice to have friends. Do you know what I mean? You know, like not having brothers or sisters, I'm okay with that. But it's kind of, you've got no one else to talk to, especially around a similar, you know, birth certificate age or similar mindset age or similar lifestyle age. You know what I mean? You got really no one. So you kind of feel like what's going to happen to you in your future? Because obviously I'm not having children, so I'm not going to have children. Because a lot of people, in my opinion, they have kids to support them in their old age and so that they don't feel lonely. I think that's such a bad reason to have children. But I think a lot of people do that. Like, oh, who's going to take care of me when I'm old? I'll have some kids so they can look after me when I'm old. And I always have someone. They'll carry on the human race and carry on the family name. And it's kind of like, that's not really a reason to have children, is it? You know what I mean? In my opinion, people have kids sometimes for the wrong reasons. So you know what I mean? It's just nice to know that I've got really caring friends who'll be there for me in my future. So if I don't end up in a relationship, then I can still have some quality time with someone who cares about me. Obviously, they care about me in a friendship way, not a romantic way, but it's still caring about me. Do you know what I mean? And in a nice, really nice, warm, friendly way. And so I think that's important, you know. And obviously, I can go out and kiss the guy in the club if I want. But but yeah, so I just think it's really nice. I think it's very important to get a network of asexual friends around you, and particularly if you can find any really amazing friends. Like Sam's such an amazing friend. Thank you so much for coming today and traveling all that way. And Andy's fantastic guy friend too. You know, absolutely incredible, beautiful people. You know, and you know, I know they both care about me as a friend, so that's just really nice to have that, you know. And I trust them loads. Like Andy, like I said, Andy had a tour of my flat as well and came in. I don't do that usually. I have to really totally trust someone, but it does help. They both like guys because it's like they're not going to pounce on me. They're not going to go on my bed with me. They're not even going to be thinking that way. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing like that. I'm completely safe. And that's what I think really helps me out. If I was inviting heteromantic guys back to my place, I'd find that weird, I think, because it'd be like, especially if I knew they fancied me, that I'd feel awkward and I'd feel a bit uncomfortable. So it just really helps, like it's different if you've got a house or flat where you've got space for someone in your lounge, but I don't have a lounge. Do you know what I mean? So like some asexuals, they have meetups in their home, and I think that's fine in those situations. But with me, people literally in my bedroom, it would be kind of a bit weird if I was bundling everyone in my bedroom. But I mean, I'd feel better if asexual friends were there rather than just a heteromantic on their own. Obviously, if I'm attracted to a heteromantic, they're attracted to me and they're a good person to a relationship with. That's a bit different. You know what I mean? I'm talking about, I don't really want some random people or people I haven't known very long come in my flat. But it's taken me a long time to invite anyone, in here, because I just you should do it. But it's been a good experience actually, because I know the two people I trust the most, and I know they would never do anything to me because they're not interested in me like that. Yeah, so it's really good. And I can't recommend going to asexual meets enough. It was such a relaxed time today. I was just to just be able to sit and chat and all know that you're not into sex as well, that you don't need it, you don't want it, and it's kind of like, what the heck, sex? What the heck's that weird concept? You know what I mean? And I think that's really nice, and it's wonderful to just feel supported and cared for. It's just a really nice feeling. I didn't have this years ago. I didn't have good friends years ago. Sometimes I didn't have any friends. Most I usually have one, or I think I had two friends at one time once, but they weren't proper friends. They didn't care about me. If I hadn't made any effort with them, they wouldn't have bothered with me. And then you think, well, what's the point? You know what I mean? And it becomes like one-sided. But with Annie and Sam in particular, they always make an effort to go out of their way to see me and want to spend time with me and can't wait to see me and get excited over it. This is completely different. This is really wonderful. This is like, wow, this is nice. It makes me, makes me feel good about myself and makes me feel like I can be me and I can be loved in a friendship way for who I am, because these people that get excited to see me and want to see me, it's completely different. I'm so happy my life's changed like that. I cannot tell you, because for years life was never like that for me. I've in my past I've had like people like so-called friends that didn't really care about me, that didn't really want to make an effort. It was all me like trying to see them, me phoning them, me taking an effort to arrange to go to each other's houses. I just don't really remember anyone in my past at school actually saying specifically so much about, like meeting up. I mean, maybe they did, but I just remember in the end, a lot of it ended up being one-sided. I mean, I had a friend who lived not far from my parents. I mean, we used to go around at each other's houses a lot, but that person don't even speak to me now. They couldn't care less. They friended me on Facebook when I went to see their brother's band. They happened to be there. I hadn't seen them for years. Friended me on Facebook. They just defriended me and never spoke to me ever again. And this person still sees my parents sometimes and speaks to them. And it's just like a bit sad, I think. But, if that's the way they want to be, let them be like that, because I don't need that type of person in my life that doesn't really value me as a friend. Maybe they never truly valued me back then, and that's why they don't now, they aren't asexual anyway. They've got a lot of kids. So, I think it's really good now that I'm happy I've got really good asexual friends. I did form a stronger bond with them since they came to my meetups, which is why asexual meetups are so important, because it does help you to bond more with people than online. Do you know what I mean? Online's great, and that's where it starts, which is wonderful. But I think it's always better to meet people in person, because then you get a true feel for their personality, what they're really like, the essence of their being, and you can kind of feel their warmth. And I think that's really, really special. I think that's, fabulous. So I think I'm going to keep the video short tonight, because I've just had such a wonderful time, and it's just been fabulous. But I think I've like covered most of it, and I just had such a lovely time, and I'd highly recommend going to asexual meetups and never give up on finding love or relationship or deep bestest friendship, because it is out there with other asexuals, and you just have to move your butt and actually decide I'm going to go traveling and a distance, and gonna actually make an effort to go meet people outside of where I live, because nothing's gonna happen or change unless you do. Nothing. The change starts with you. If you can't move or travel, then what do you expect? There's not likely the perfect ideal people are going to be in your city. Most of, even like before I met my asexual friends, my best female friend never lived in my city. She said she lived there years ago before I knew her, and she didn't live there when I've known her. So yeah, I've never really had hardly any friends in my city. I've had to travel. So in the past to see my other friend locally, but it's harder for me at the moment because I haven't really got money. So it's nice people come to see me. Anyway, Heather, have a good night. Sandra and Sam, thank you. Oh yeah, thank you, Sam. Anyway, I'm gonna love you and leave you there. I'd highly recommend Asexual Meetups. Had a fabulous time. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share it with any friends or anyone you think may benefit. If you haven't seen my Christmas splasher video, asexual humor video, do check that out. It's less than 2 minutes. I record it on my phone. It's quite a funny video. Enjoy. It's very interesting. It's before this live stream, and I look forward to seeing your next live stream or video. Until next time, brace your quirky and each other. Thank you so much, Sam. Thanks for attending the meetup. It was awesome. Wonderful of you to come. Thank you, Heather. Love to Sam, love to Heather. Thank you so much. Love to all of my beautiful community here. I know I've got other people watching. I don't know who's watching, but love you dearly too. And I wish you a very, very beautiful day wherever you are. Keep embracing your quirky and each other's. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that great big bell icon to get notified of every time I go live. I now post a new video. Take care and have a beautiful day. Bye. Bye.